Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Do You Really Know Them? You're going to be excited who we have today. Actually, this person uh, can actually should be interviewing me because they have a lot of followers and they have a lot of experience in the broadcasting and the podcasting industry. So we're going to talk to her about that. Let's play the intro and see who this person is. Welcome to the Fabulous Show. Do we really know them? Today is episode number 26.
Raquel, Borras.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in our wonderful guest all the way in San Diego. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the program. How are you
Woo, number
today?
26.
Yes. Well, good morning, and I think
Good
we're in the same
morning.
time zone. How are you today?
I'm good. As I mentioned off screen, I kind of rolled out of bed. You can tell. My apologies, people, but
We can't tell.
it's
We can't
been
tell.
a long last 2 days. So.
That's okay. Let me go ahead and show us the questions. And welcome. How do you feel about being on the program today? You are number 26.
No, that's very cool. I love being a guest on people's shows. I love seeing like different formats and what people do. So it's always really
So
cool.
I chose 26 because I know you're 26 years old, right? So that's why.
Yes, exactly. I'm only 3 years older than my son.
we already have comments.
Hi,
Leslie Flowers.
Leslie.
If you don't know Leslie Flowers, she's
think we're
wonderful. She's been
connected.
on this program. She's been a couple of times on this program.
Oh,
and she's
nice.
going to be on Zumberty as well. My
Okay.
Jeopardy show. So very good friend of mine. And I help her with her tech issues too. So,
Oh,
she actually got the ticket for the first row seat here. So that's why she was able to get in at the discount rate of 0. Okay.
0. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for the first question?
I think I am.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. How did you get coined with the term Queen of Goofiness? I know that's shown on your screen there.
Yes.
How did you get that?
I gave it to myself.
Oh, okay.
I anointed myself royalty. The reason why I did it was because so many people were just saying how goofy I was and funny. So then I just said, well, then I will be the queen of goofiness on LinkedIn, because it was at the time that not many people were kind of being funny on LinkedIn and doing funny videos, especially in the mortgage industry. So I figured there was going to be nobody else that was going to be the queen of goofiness. And I've kept it there, and it's been on there for years. Now it's just stuck.
So you had it on your profile for quite a while, but that's good.
Oh, I've had it on for years. And I also kind of wanted to prove that titles weren't that important, because in the beginning of LinkedIn, everybody had like CEO, VP, head of sales, like I understand titles can be very important, but for me, it wasn't. So that's why I just kind of made fun and light of it.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. We need to do that. Actually, that reminds me. I did a April Fool's show, and it was kind of a humorous, fun show back in April, where somebody pretended he's me, and like I'm out. So
was that Gabe?
Right. It was.
Okay, because Gabe Leal used to do that. There was a point in time where he was hijacking people's
really
profiles.
I recently met him like about a couple of months ago, so I will.
Oh yeah, he did. Actually, he posted this morning and promoted the show.
He did. Yeah, I saw it. I think it was last night too. But yeah, he's great. Thank you for him. And okay, I love that you claimed it, and now you are that person.
Yeah, I mean, that's when I meet people. They're like, "Oh, queen of goofiness." So talk about branding. It works.
That's awesome. Yeah, and then I've seen your videos on Instagram and all these other platform. It's great. It's fun,
Yeah.
and we need more of that laughter because of everything going on
Yeah.
in this country, in the world. We need more of the silliness and the funniness. Social media can be good or bad,
Yeah.
but it depends on what you do it. But if you do it
Yes,
for humor,
exactly.
I'm all for that. Like yesterday, I did some kind of a fun wheel turning.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I pretended there's a wheel, and it spun around, and I was like, "Who's the next?" Like Wheel of Fortune kind of. I've always been a host kind of. I love games or game shows.
Yes,
So
I
okay,
know.
so you asked this question.
Yes.
Before we do that, we have a Steve.
Hi,
He's a new
Steve.
member. I don't know if he's your friend, but be real, be honest, be true, be liked. All right, Steve, welcome. We
I
love
like
new
that.
people. Okay, connect with us if you want. Okay, if I would go back in time, I would love to meet who? Sometime in over 100 years. Which person would you like to meet? Where would you go back in time?
Well, yeah, would they see when you say you gotta be specific because if it's over 100 years ago, the person could be like 100, would have been 100 years old, like back then. Because there
Yeah.
is someone that I would love to
Mhm.
meet, but I don't know. It would.
So, like,
You know what? Okay, I won't do the one person because it's like right on the cusp. I will do Henry Matisse because I was an art history major. I love art, and he was my favorite artist. And I think it would
what
be really
year?
cool to meet him.
What years was he active or alive? So
In like
anywhere between 1920 and
1940s
higher. Yeah.
or 20. Oh yeah. Oh, so over 100. Can I not even like? Clearly, I am not good at math, you guys.
We can do that. Tell us when he lived, though. What time frame he lived, though.
Okay, so maybe not Henry Matisse because he was in the 1900s. So let's do. Geez, this is a tough one because there isn't anyone like back then that I would like to meet that I've thought about.
George Washington? No. Thomas Jefferson? No.
No.
no, not a history person. Okay.
No, maybe. Gosh,
Well,
you
we can take
guys
that.
help because since 1920.
Or before. It could be 1800s. It could be. If you can't think of any, but we can take that the writer you mentioned. Sure.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to think of like a really old artist now. So you know what, Van Gogh. We'll do Van Gogh. Is Van Gogh like? No, he might. Yeah, was he?
Before the ear cut or after the ear cut?
Okay, this okay, yeah, Rodin. Let's go. Okay, thank you, Leslie, because I was really struggling on this question. Or Renoir. Okay. Yes, good. Rodin, Renoir, one of those. Monet. Yes, there we go.
So we have assistance from the audience. So I
yes, thank you.
Ask the audience. I think we have a button here for that. Well, I need to do the applause here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, if this is the first, second question is hard. What are we going to do?
There's in that late.
Okay. We got some guests here coming in. A good friend Udo from Nigeria.
Oh, hello.
Love being here. He's a good guy, fabulous guy. We've been friends for 6 months. He's been on the show.
Okay.
Number 10 or number 9. And also, guys, if I want to remind you, every season I do give a gift card for the best guest, right? So we're going to do a voting. You are guest 3 for season 3. And at the end.
Well, I just lost.
Maybe. You never know. So they do a voting. And then they decide. So awesome. You might win. You never know.
Yeah, I just counted myself out by not answering the second question.
That's funny. Okay, Mariana, I think she's from my town, from my heritage, the Bosnia, Serbia area. Good to have you here. Who else? Okay, there is. He's saying cool. I think that. So therefore, I am.
Yes.
And then.
Yeah. So I know Leslie's being very kind.
Do you know Leslie? Have you ever chatted with her?
I don't know. I know we've never actually spoken. We might be connected. I don't know.
Okay. She's awesome. Definitely talk to her. She does a lot of interesting things. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Favorite city to visit of all time? You cannot say San Diego because you live there, right?
No. So far, so I had the opportunity to visit Budapest last year, and so far that's my favorite.
Oh, okay. In Hungary, right?
Yes. So beautiful. Yeah, it was amazing. Oh, and then Florence is number 2.
Florence. Okay, awesome. Interesting you said that because we had a guest here who's actually originally from Hungary who was here on the show too.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, it was
Inga, who's a fabulous person. You should also talk to her. And I think she's in Texas. So okay. Mariana is from Slovenia, which is a neighboring country of the former Yugoslavia.
Yes. My dad's side of the family is Russian, Romanian, Jew. So, and I had family in Ukraine and Poland. I mean,
so I have to
all
tell
over
you
the
something. You and Leslie have the same commonality because she is in the same background as your dad.
Oh, okay.
So you
Yeah.
should
And then my
definitely
mom,
connect
and
with
then
her.
my mom's Mexican.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
That's
have
awesome.
like a very interesting mix. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey,
Okay,
Rob.
so Rob,
I know Rob.
you know Rob. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So we have one of your friends here. That's
Yes.
great. Okay. All right. Let's go on. So first question, you got an A. Second question, you got a. I'll give you a
F.
C on the second one. And then
So
the third
I
question,
think I failed that one.
you got an F on that one. No, I'm a lenient teacher.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right, next one. Favorite social media platform and why? I think I know why, but what you tell us.
I mean, it's pretty obvious it's LinkedIn. And it's because I've managed to build the most amazing relationships on the platform. That is really where my life has changed because of it. I've been on it for 10 years. The career that I have is because of LinkedIn. A lot of the people that are in my life are from LinkedIn. So hands down, LinkedIn wins.
Perfect. I was actually going to say Instagram, but I guess so.
No, I like Instagram because it's like a fun platform, but like LinkedIn, that's my favorite for sure.
Oh yeah, that too. I used to broadcast on Facebook, not anymore. It's now YouTube.
I don't even have a Facebook. I deleted my account like 5 years ago. It did nothing for me. So.
I deleted my TikTok, and I don't need that anymore. It just
okay. I have it, but I forget to even check it.
Oh. Okay, that's great. So, okay, he's saying that related to Leon Tosca. So that's good.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Maybe there's a connection there in that relationship. So that's awesome.
Okay.
Maybe definitely reach out to her. She is a flower, of course. All right, there we go. All right. Okay. Your first broadcast show and how was your experience? And let's go back to when you started doing it and what got you to the idea of being energetic, enthusiastic. Were you always like this as a kid? It's amazing. I love that.
If you ask my mom, my parents, they'll say I actually was shy.
Oh, you were shy.
I was kind of introverted.
Okay.
But a lot. We don't need to unpack all of that, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
Not the time now. I know.
It's yeah. Let's just say I'm going to therapy, and I have therapy at 2:00 this afternoon. I go to therapy every Sunday. Yeah. So maybe a lot of you can relate to this. And, I've always been very honest and transparent is, a lot of times we are somebody that we think we need to be for others, and we're not really being true to who we are. And we tend to kind of, as kids, be conditioned to be a certain way a lot of times. And so for me, perfection was really important, and my image. That's why I think I'm like kind of the opposite now, where I don't care. That's why I can roll out of bed and be on your show, because this is what I look like right now. This is what I am in the moment. So why am I going to pretend to be something else and try to get all dolled up when at 9 a.m, I'm not all dolled up. I'm relaxing on a Sunday, right? So, but going back to the question, I can't remember, to be honest, because I've been doing this for years, but I do remember kind of relating to what I just said. I think I was portraying myself as like somebody I wasn't either, like as a guest.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I had to come across as an expert because I'm pretty sure it had to do with like social media. So you have to, play the part, if you will, in the beginning, because you just don't know. And then later you realize like, okay, you know what? I do know what I'm talking about, and I don't have to talk about it in a way that is, big words or sounds very professional, because that's not who I am. So then I think just over time, being a guest and being a host for so many years, I've come to realize that people just want you to be yourself. So
absolutely. It's kind of interesting because when I showed a guy on LinkedIn my Jeopardy show that I do, he was like, Omar, I don't see you as being authentic. I'm like, I'm trying to do as much as I can to be authentic, but also I do have this energy. Like I get up out of bed, I don't drink coffee, I just jump and, kind of thing similar to what you do there. And I'm a morning person. Like I'll bike or exercise or something. And so the guy came in, but that's me. That's who I am normally,
yeah.
You have your down days and your sad days, definitely, but I'm always a happy person, like that. So the guy came in and was like, you don't seem very authentic here.
That's, you know what? It's hard when someone says that and you are really being yourself. It's like, how do you kind of explain to someone when like, yeah.
I don't
That's
mind. It's like 1% that kind of thing. See, I don't really
but that's
mind.
good. You didn't
Yeah.
you didn't take one person's comment.
What bothers
You
me
know.
usually if you're like 6 years with somebody, all of a sudden he says something, you're like, but we were friends for 6 years. What happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
here's
feel
a
like we're all on a journey, so we all
yeah.
kind of,
It's like, oh, okay. So we were going down the hill, and then all of a sudden a rock poked you. Now what? That kind of thing. Okay. And here's your friend again. That is the best
Oh,
way.
yes,
Awesome. Awesome.
yes.
Okay. I think we're ready for the next question. We are halfway through the show. All right. It's 8 p.m. on a summer evening. I would do what? What would you do? It's a July, August. What would you do? Last
Uh,
season, basically.
what would I do? I probably would be already watching the sunset, especially if we were in San Diego, because the sunset's like right at 8.
Yeah.
So that's what I would be doing. Is I probably would be at La Jolla Shores, just standing there, listening to the waves, watching the sunset. That's like my favorite thing.
Oh, beautiful.
So yeah, that would make sense.
Can you see it from your place? I was just in San Diego over a week ago, and so we drove.
Oh,
by
you should have told me. I
Anaheim.
would have met up with you.
Yeah, next time, absolutely. So we had like 3-4 friends that we're trying to see. We didn't see everybody.
Okay.
There's a childhood doctor friend of ours who's in Anaheim. We went to see him.
Oh,
In
okay.
the 70s. We have some other Bosnian Yugoslav friends that invited us over. But there's actually another person from LinkedIn. When they found out, they're like, "Oh, so many people, so much time, you know." But next
Yeah.
time we have to dedicate like a week or two there, and so it'll be,
Yeah.
it'll be great. Absolutely, yeah, it'll be great too.
Yeah.
That's part of it, you know, meeting the LinkedIn connections, and also I'm doing a project where I'm meeting somebody from every country in the world through LinkedIn, and then hopefully meeting them one day in person. You know, I like doing that kind of
Oh
stuff.
wow. Yeah, I've met a
I
ton
have
in person.
75, I think, countries so far that I have. I'm creating like a private little thing just for me. I don't share it anywhere. I have, like,
Gotcha.
some kind of
Oh,
music.
okay.
With certain people, maybe I can share it. But yeah, so it's okay. So Ulo's coming around with a couple of questions here. I
Oh
might
no,
go back and
I think he's commenting on your comment.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
probably comment on them later after this, but respecting people's spaces is not about them. Awesome, awesome. He's a good guy. We work together. We talk every other day almost. He's
Oh
in
wow.
Nigeria,
Okay.
and yeah, so he's
Very cool.
interesting how you have wonderful people from LinkedIn. It's funny because on my WhatsApp, before I started, I had 350 connections. Now I have 400 phone numbers, all from people that I met here.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go on. Okay, what makes you unique? I forgot to ask there. What makes you unique?
I think maybe my sense of humor a little bit. I think something that does make me unique, that I feel like when I meet people, I'm able to kind of really bring their guard down and make them feel comfortable, so they really can kind of be themselves around me. I feel like I have that unique ability to do that with people, so that yeah, they can just be themselves, and it's just easier, you know.
That's good. Yeah, you're able
Yeah.
to connect with them right away, and you're able to
Yeah.
make them feel comfortable. And yeah, a lot of people should be like that. Unfortunately, we're not.
Yeah.
And you know, people are more cultured to their own kind that time. But if you go in and any random park, we should say hi to each other and be able to greet each other. But unfortunately, racism and other things goes in. That's
Yeah,
another
like
story.
yeah, I'll talk to anybody. I don't care what, you
Yeah.
know. I just, and so even like this last 2 days at the Miramar Air Show, you have all walks of life
Yeah.
coming to the air show, and I love being able to interact with everybody. And for me, like, there's just something about that I feel like is unique. Yeah, because there are
Yeah.
some people that
I'm
aren't
kind
able
of the
to do
same
that.
way too. I
Yeah.
would be the person to start. Like if I have a new neighbor, oh,
Yeah.
here's some food. I'll buy them food, or I'll talk to them. What's going on? Are you doing well? You're a college student. What's going on? You need
Yeah.
anything? I'm that kind of person. And then they'll be like, hey, when is this guy come back and get to me? What do you want? But I'm the guy, you know. And so that can actually be dangerous, because I've had incidents from that where they would actually block you because of your care, you know. But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I get that. I can understand, you know, especially like as a male, unfortunately,
Yeah.
you know, in that case too. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not
I
like,
get it.
you know, it's like men to other friends that I've known, you know.
Yeah.
And so Mariana's putting her profile there. We'll connect with you. I think I already am connected with you. If not, people can connect with you. Wonderful to meet new connections. Where are you? Are you located right now over in Europe, Mariana, or in the States? Let us know, please. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. And then if you guys have not checked out my channel, I have over 78 subscribers. Naturally, these are natural ones. I did not promote them. So it grew for like 6 months. Like I started this channel in September, I think, of last year. Something like it's almost been a year. And then it just grew. Just crazy, yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to grow your I will tell you this,
Yeah.
Omar. For instance, I have like 31,000 LinkedIn connections, and I ask them all the time to subscribe to my YouTube channel to rock the boat.
Yeah.
But I only have 300 and something subscribers, which compared to over 30,000 LinkedIn connections, it doesn't make sense, right? So it is a tough one to grow your YouTube channel. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely. Well, actually, I think the latest one is 400. I think I checked it earlier. You're 400 on Raquel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it grew up on that one, and because I think I subscribed a couple more. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it can mentally get to you because you're like, I don't worry as much about it as in the now. So in the beginning, when I started, I would ask everybody. I would actually promote it. I'm like, I need to get faster. But I'm like, what's the point? It's just a hobby, and if it grows, it grows. If it doesn't grow, I have my job. I'm working full time. I'm tutoring.
Yeah,
I'm doing the game show.
I know. I get that. I wanted more just because I'm speaking to kids, and I know how important these kids. They do focus on the subscribes, how many people subscribe to it. Thank you. And also how many people are watching. These are so for me. It was more about like I wanted them to feel like people cared.
I agree with you. So the reason I'm actually doing this also is for my great grandkids to see what their great grandfather used to do, and so they can see.
I didn't even think about that.
So because imagine, do you want to know how your relatives in Russia or your other relatives from the Mexican side, how they were 100 years ago?
I would have loved that. Yeah. I mean, I know more on my mom's side. Unfortunately, on my dad's side, I don't know anything. Yeah.
That's why I want to do this, because I want for the future generation to have this broadcast. Part of it is that way because they can see who you are.
Yeah.
You have this kind of AI. It's like this robot guy who's not there anymore, no longer alive in 100 years from now. And it's like, wow, he's a relative with that. So all this family photo we have from 1920 is when my grandfather was young, was a child. That's the oldest we have. And so it's kind of fascinating going back in history and then seeing people and then knowing you from where you are now and the future. So that's part of it that I was thinking that, wow, what if I have a nephew who's 15 months. When he grows up, it would be great for him. He might take over my show too. You never know.
Well, the thing is we take on certain traits from our our grandparents and great grandparents, so they can maybe see like, oh, this is where I get this. I get it from my great grandfather Omar, right? Like, so that would be kind of cool.
That's fun, yeah. Udo, like everything, being real is the best approach. That's correct. And Mariana is here as well. Or he gave her.
So she's in Slovenia.
Oh, she is, yeah. Amazing. So she's over there in that. That's awesome. So we have what time is it there? I think it is 6 p.m. Yeah, similar to the Bosnian time zone. Awesome. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So there's 2 more questions. This one I asked for everybody. If I would invent an item to help mankind, what would it be?
An actual item?
Item, idea, thing.
I would have to be something that had to do like with kindness.
Okay.
Or just love or something. I don't know. I'm not really an inventor type. I'm more of like a thought. So I'm
kind of like care, like making people care more, maybe.
Maybe having like a kindness radar and like somehow make it fun so that people's kindness radar, they want it off the chart. I don't know.
Somebody one time said on this show that if somebody's about to get angry, they put some kind of a radar on them or trigger them back so they know not to get angry. So it's like, let's say, for example, you're walking and I don't know, and then some friend cut you off or something, and you're wondering, why did he cut me off? And you don't know what that person's going through. Maybe he's going through some kind of emotional thing. And so you're like, oh, okay. Rather than he's just coming in and he cuts you off in a car or whatever. And you're like, oh, no. Okay, I'm going to get mad back at him,
Yeah, that would make sense.
Care, in your case, we're thinking like
something with kindness and caring, maybe like having some kind of apparatus where it taps in the kindness care part.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, because that's unfortunately, a lot of people. I'll give you an example. Like, what if you talk about banking or you're talking about something in insurance, right? Coming in, and the people are going to be furious. I got a bill for $300. Why?
Yeah.
That anger, and then it subsides down after that. But then it's like, yeah, of course you're going to be upset. We're human. We all get upset.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can do it in a certain way. But we're not built the same. Everybody's built different. But there has to be. I wouldn't say a pill. Take a pill to be cool, calm. I'm sure there is a pill now for everything like that. But I'm not a medicine person. But I mean, there should be something to cool people down.
I agree. Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then the last one here. Tell us about you a little bit, and then why you started on LinkedIn, and maybe you talked about that a bit, and where do you see yourself in the future and all that.
Okay, so the reason why I actually got on LinkedIn was because I was not on Facebook. I had just gone through I just gotten divorced. So I wanted to get off Facebook because I didn't want the chatter and the drama. So I got off of it, and Instagram was barely starting, and it was just pictures. TikTok didn't exist. And LinkedIn was the oldest social media platform. I don't know if anybody knew that. But so then I started getting a lot of people asking me to get on LinkedIn. I didn't know what it was. And at the time, I just started going, like, I was like starting out in the corporate world, excuse me. And so I thought, okay, well, maybe LinkedIn's the place where I need to go if I want to further my career.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got on, was 10 years ago. And I just started like building relationships on there and creating content. And I was doing that before a lot of people did. So I just kind of lucked out in that respect, where 10 years later, I've done what I've done. But so LinkedIn is also the platform where I first spoke about my depression when I was in college, and how I actually tried to take my life when I was at UCLA. And when I shared that story for the first time on LinkedIn, the amount of support and people that were so thankful that I shared my story and that I was vulnerable about it, and shared their stories to me privately, and to this day still do. I still have some LinkedIn connections that very open about some of their family situations because of it. So that's been really powerful for me, just to be able to be so vulnerable. And so that kind of changed the trajectory of my life, of just being more open and honest about all of that. And then just having my kids that are 23 and 20, and then COVID, that's when I started Rock the Boat, talking to our youth and just wanting to hear how they felt and just giving them a voice. And I had a platform. So I'm like, let me share my platform to kind of hear what they have to say. And that's when I realized that my purpose was to really empower our youth. And so that's where I see myself down the road and in the future, is doing something at a grander scale, maybe globally, where I'm really helping our youth in different ways, because I really feel like we have to pay attention to what they're going through, and we have to listen, and we have to ask questions, and we have to bridge that gap. We have to do better, because they're our future. And for me, I'm just really invested in the younger generations. So yeah, so that's where I see myself down the road.
Awesome. I like that. Yeah. Kids are the future, and we need to do what we can to help them out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've seen your show when we met before. I kept watching it when I can, and it's wonderful. And what type of line of work are you in right now? You said you're in corporate?
So I work for a mortgage company. So we do mortgages, and I'm part of their corporate marketing department. So I do social media, branding. So everything that I kind of am, I do that in order to kind of help us get information out and educate the consumer. Because like you said, banking, mortgage, all of that, insurance can be really boring. But if you think about like insurance companies like Geico and Progressive and State Farm and Aflac, all the commercials, they're funny, right? They're comical. So I'm trying to kind of figure out a way for us to kind of do the same when it comes to the mortgage side, because it shouldn't have to be that daunting and serious. We should be able to still make it fun for the consumer during the process. So yeah, we're kind of working on that, just because we have to educate a lot of people on what it means to buy a home.
Oh, beautiful.
So yeah, so I get to kind of have fun with that.
That's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've seen your videos. It's always beautiful and wonderful. And so, actually, you have 402 subscribers now. You went up a little bit. So, and then, guys, if
Oh,
you
yay! Thank you.
you guys want to subscribe to her channel, it's right there. RAQ, right?
Yes.
The
Yeah.
boat.
Rock the
You can find
boat.
it there.
So, because I
Uh,
don't know, I mean, it's an American term, right? But when you rock the boat, you're like ruffling feathers. You're like, ooh, you're making. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard the term, but it's a term that's been used for
I think I have it. I've been
decades.
here for 30. I'll be 30, 40 in November.
Yeah.
I'm doing a
So when
show, but I'll
someone's
be here
like,
in this
"Don't
country
rock
for
the
35 years.
boat," like, don't
I've heard it. Yeah. I've been here
Julie's
for 35
crazy.
years in this country, so 36 years maybe almost.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I've heard that term. Yeah, so I went to
Yeah.
but definitely. So so that's great. Yeah. Are you doing any more content on your channel or
You know what? Right now, it's a lot of work. It's like a full-time job getting these kids on there, and then because I do everything. I don't have anybody that edits like
Same.
I edit everything. I'm the one that posts everything. I'm the one that manages my Rock the Boat Instagram.
Same, yeah.
And
Same.
LinkedIn, everything. And then I just started Rock the Career, which is college students that are looking for internships or getting ready to graduate and looking for jobs. I'm doing like pop-up lives with them to try to kind of showcase them on LinkedIn. So between that and my full-time job, obviously my full-time job, that's, that pays the bill. So I have to be respectful of that. And so it's been kind of hard to be able to juggle all of them.
Absolutely.
So,
So where is that with the college students? Is that on YouTube as well?
That's on LinkedIn, and those are like pop-ups. So I don't have like a scheduled time that I'd be going live with these students because I'm doing it around their schedules. So like I just had my first one, I think last Friday.
Is that the one from the intro, right? The intro video, same one, right? Is that or is that somebody else?
Yes. That was with Avery, who is at University of Arizona. Yes, she's actually one of my daughter's friends because my daughter is a student at University of Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I started doing, and yeah, I'm the type of person that I like to do a lot of different things. It keeps
like
me. I need to be in like always kind of stimulated in that way, doing different projects. Like, that's just kind of my personality.
Oh no, I totally. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna share that your profile here on the screen. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah.
You go ahead and just okay, you can see it, right? Okay, so so that's the Avery you're talking about there.
Yes.
Then let me do this here. So that's the college student that you talk to.
Too. But it being goofy all the time.
So she it's cute because my kids, they both watched it. My son was watching it live on his desktop and on his phone so that I could get more views or something. And so he gave me some good feedback after too, which was great. I love that my 23-year-old is like, all right, mom, this is because he's looking for a job too, but he won't come on the show because, they like to stay away from what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's always like that.
They're supportive on the back end. I love that. Like behind the scenes, my kids are very supportive, like all of those things, but they don't like to be talked about too much. They don't want me like showing them on, they're not going to like be on the show. They're not going to do Rock the Boat, none of those things. So a lot of times people don't even realize I have kids.
Oh, really?
They're like, you have kids and they're 23 and 20. I go, yeah, but out of respect, I have to, like if they don't want to be talked about, then I'm not going to talk about them that much,
Absolutely. Unless you see you on Instagram, you can tell your kids are there, right? People can see you on there.
Yeah. So, and sometimes I'll get my daughter texting me like, delete that.
I know that feeling, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I want to thank you for being on this program.
Thank you.
Number 26. So if you guys been watching, we've been doing a theme. First guest was a woman, second guest was a man, third guest was a woman, fourth guest will be a man. So our friends who are going to be from LinkedIn, basically. Do we really know these people from LinkedIn? That's the program. And so we do other shows as well on the channel where we talk to insurance brokers, marketers, other people like that. But this is a fun show because we get to know the people on LinkedIn, who they really are. And I've never seen something like this before. And I was like, why didn't we do something like this? So that's exciting.
No, it's good because most people on LinkedIn, when they do shows, there is like a format of like a lot of times they're promoting their business or the questions are in advance. Like I love that we don't know what the questions are because you really do want to get people off the cuff, right? So I think it's great that you're doing it like this. So yeah, you do kind of get to know them a little bit better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so I have so many connections, but not as much as you, definitely, but it's enough to have a lot of people. Every 2 weeks I do this, and the next one would be definitely in October for sure. I know we're coming to the next month here.
And then
And
the
so
holidays. So
yeah,
that's
exactly.
crazy.
And so there's other things I'll be doing. Yes, Uda, I will definitely put Raquel's channel. I will send it to you personally because
Oh,
I
yes.
know you. I have your number, and you can subscribe as well. And I think he has a lot of connections. Interestingly enough, when I started my Zoom party one, I had some friends, and they got me like 50 subscribers, and like right away, like I just saw them, and they subscribed right away. But I promoted that one, and then this one I was like, let me see if it grows by itself and see what
Yeah.
it is. I got 78 within 6 months, which
Nice.
is good. I don't
It
mind
is
to
good.
see how that goes. But talking to people who have subscribers, 20,000 or whatever, they say it takes a long time to get monetized and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. It's
so
a very long time. Yeah.
it's
That's
not
the
something
thing.
that's very, very easy,
No.
definitely, but it happens. So thank you again, Raquel, for
Thank
being on the
you.
program.
Thank you,
I'll put you in the
everyone,
breakout
for
room for 2 seconds here,
Okay.
and I'll be back with you shortly just to see how it went. I just want to end it with the guys here, okay? All right, stay in the room. I'll be back.
Okay.
Thank you. Or last minute words.
Oh, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who joined in and commented and engaged. It's always really nice to get to know different people. So it was really cool to have people that I don't know chime in. So thank you.
Awesome. I'll put you in the background. We'll be back shortly. And I want to thank Raquel from Rack the Boat. Connect with her, watch her show, and very fabulous guest to be here. And stay tuned. In 2 weeks, we're going to have another surprise guest. I might be in the same location. I might be outdoors. We'll find out where the next show is. Stay tuned. I'll keep it a surprise for you guys. You never know where I'm going to be. This is Omar, and we are having new episode of Zoom Party coming soon. And stay tuned for November, where I'm doing my 40th year. I'll be 40 in November, of 10 people who inspired me in my lifetime. And that'll be a live show on this channel coming soon. Stay tuned for more details with the book along with that as well. Teachers, preachers, past people that I know in my life. You guys have a wonderful day and take care. And always remember to drink water. Bye-bye.